Hello everyone and welcome to episode 4 of Estate Planning TV. I'm your host, Christopher Small, and I am excited to bring you the internet's most passionate show about estate planning. Hello. Today we are here to talk about a topic that, I think many people know, but maybe they don't internalize or really come to grips with. And that is the fact that everyone has an estate plan. You have an estate plan, I have one, every single person here has one, even if you haven't actually created one yourself. And this is important because if you haven't created your own, then the government is going to create one for you or has created one for you. And this really means a couple of things. A, it's more expensive if the government does it. B, you don't get to make any choices with regard to who your people are if the government does it. And C, you don't get to make any choices with regard to who gets your stuff if the government chooses. All right, let's run through those real quick just to give you an idea of the way that the process works and the types of things that you are looking at if you let the government create your estate plan. So first things first, let's talk about power of attorney, right? We'll talk about from the documents you need when you're living to when you're dead. And we just went over this in the last episode. Your 4 basic documents are power of attorney, medical power of attorney, healthcare directive, and your will, all right? Medical power of attorney and your power of attorney, they cover you while you're alive. Power of attorney covers you with regard to financial decisions and sort of the management of your money and things like that. Medical power of attorney covers you with regard to healthcare decisions. Now, if you don't have these, what will happen is, let's say you're in a car accident, you're in a coma for 6 months. Okay, what will happen is someone will have to petition the court to have a guardian appointed to you. The petition for the court costs money. The attorney to help you have a guardian named costs money. The guardian costs money. This whole process takes time. It takes work. It takes paperwork. It takes effort. And at the end of the day, the court is going to decide who this person is that takes care of your life. And more often than not, it's going to be someone that is not a family member. Okay, it could be a family member, but more often than not, it's going to be a professional sort of a guardian, professional custodian over your life. And while they may do a good job, they're not going to know what's important to you. They're not going to know anything about your life. And so there's the opportunity there for missing out on things that you would have wanted to have had happened if you were around. And your power of attorney could know that because typically you pick them, right? So they're people. Same with medical power of attorney. If you have if you are not married and you have a girlfriend or a boyfriend or a significant other or very, very close friends, those people are not going to be able to learn anything about your medical condition if something happens to you. They will be stonewalled by the healthcare providers. There's this little thing called HIPAA, which is essentially medical privacy law, and it prevents doctors from sharing your medical information with people that aren't allowed to have access to it. And this means basically everybody except for your spouse, maybe close family members if you get the right doctor. So that's sort of the first area that the government's estate plan doesn't really take care of you. Healthcare directive, so you're a vegetable, right? You're brain dead. Do you want to have the plug pulled or not? There's nothing. The government doesn't step in here at this one. They just keep you going, which could be directly against your wishes. They may give some authority to that if you have medical power of attorney. They may be able to make some decisions like that. But if you have nothing, then it's going to be really difficult to have your wishes followed. And when you think about it like this, let's say your spouse is allowed to make that decision, but you haven't expressed your desire. You haven't expressed exactly what you want to have happen and when. That's going to put a tremendous burden on your spouse to make that decision. And I guarantee you they're going to be wondering for a long time whether or not they made the right choice. You guys ever, okay, so I'm kind of a reality show junkie, and there's a show on right now, it's called Hollywood Medium, I think. It's a guy named Tyler, he's like 20, just a young kid, and he goes around and he does these readings, right? And he's super crazy. He's really good at what he does. Like he knows things about people that he would never, that you could not just not know. And it's really interesting because, you know, you get to see these people come and talk to him, and what they often want to know is, you know, did I do the right thing? You know, did I honor my special person, my family member? Did I give them what they wanted? That's what everybody wants to know. And if you don't have an estate plan, you just lose the opportunity to do that. You know, you're always going to be left wondering, and you're always going to leave your family wondering if they did the right thing. Nobody wants that. Now, will. If you don't have a will and you have kids, a court is going to choose the guardians of your children. Okay, now you may think like, oh, this is no big deal, but the way it works is people raise their hand to ask the court to have someone to appoint them to raise your kids. And what this often does is create tension between different people that want to be in charge of raising your kids. And so that can really turn into go from I'm the best person for the job to those people aren't the best person for the job for XYZ. It can really cause some family strife and some problems. And then a judge, they don't know what your political beliefs are, your religious beliefs, your educational beliefs, your beliefs when it comes to money. They don't know your values. They don't know your traditions, your philosophies. They could just put somebody in there that looks good on paper, but that's terrible for what you think is important for raising your kids. The other thing is you don't get to pick who gets your stuff. Okay, so if just distributing your assets is important, then the court will just look to a specific set of rules that the state dreamed up. You know, so if you're married, then your significant other will get most of the stuff. Your kids can get a little bit too. If you're not married though, your significant other gets nothing. Your friends get nothing. Charity, nothing. Right? It's going to all go to your parents, to your siblings, and then on down the line. So, you know, everybody has an estate plan. I want you to make sure that you have the estate plan that you want. And if that means for you just letting the government do it, that's fine, right? But this show and what I do is all about helping you and helping everybody make informed choices, right? Stop making choices in the dark. Stop guessing. You know, learn this stuff and then make the best choice that's for you. If your best choice is to let the government do it, that's fine. I'm literally okay with that. I don't care what you do, as long as you understand the downside and the upside to your decisions. All right, so that's it for today. Once again, I'm Christopher Small. I'm the owner of CMS Law Firm. I'm the host of Estate Planning TV, and I'm so excited that you could be here, and I will catch you on the next episode. If you have questions, you can always email me, chris@cmslawfirm.com. You can call 206-659-1512, and you can also leave a comment below. Do whatever you want. I will get back to you, I promise. All right, until next time, see ya.